Coronation Street's Yasmeen Nazir has been taking a backseat from the drama on the ITV soap lately, but she could be involved in another character's exit storyline in upcoming scenes, according to a new theory by Express.co.uk. Yasmeen, played by Shelley King, has been spending the past 18 months on Coronation Street trying to get over the ordeal her abusive ex-husband, Jeff Metcalf, Ian Bartholomew, put her through. The matriarch of the Nazir household has done this by opening up her heart to newcomer to the ITV soap, Stu Carpenter, Bill Fellows, by extending the branch of friendship. However, this could all come to an end in next week's episodes as it seems he is on course for self-destruction. The drama begins as Yasmeen takes a step back from running the speed dial restaurant for the day, needing a well-deserved break from her responsibilities. In order to take the time off, she leaves her grandson Zeedan Nazir, Qasim actor, in charge alongside the chef of the kitchen, Stu. However, when Zeedan walks into the kitchen, his grandmother's friend knocks back some alcohol from a hip flask out of shot. Not only is this dangerous to do when he's working, but it is also a huge rule break of his contract, but Zeedan agrees to look the other way. Matters only get worse when Zeedan finally clocks on to what's happening when he finds the chef playing drinking games with a group of young men. It doesn't take too long before Zeedan has a word with Stu and warns him he will have no qualms in sending him home for the day. Furious with what he's seen, Zeedan might not give it a second thought about telling his grandmother what's been going on. She, too, will be angry with her friend as she thought he was going to give this chance he had been given a proper go. Having helped him get off the streets, however, Yasmeen will find it a lot harder to throw him out and fire him from his job than her grandson would. With the pressure on her shoulders from her grandchildren to get rid of the chef for good, Yasmeen would finally agree he would have to go. To make sure Stu learns a lesson about his mistakes, Yasmeen could offer him an ultimatum when it comes to making his exit. The Nazir matriarch could force Stu out of Weatherfield by telling him he leaves and doesn't kick up a fuss, or she will report him to the police. Not wanting to have his freedom taken away from him, the newcomer would have no choice but to bid farewell to the cobbles. After making a life for himself in Weatherfield, he would be heartbroken his behavior resulted in him losing everything again. Having fallen for Yasmeen, he would also find it hard to leave her, but her ultimatum could extinguish any spark between them. Will the Nazir matriarch regret forcing her friend out of Weatherfield, or will she feel she got lucky by not getting into a relationship with a man who reminded her of her ex-husband in some ways? Executive producer for the show, Ian McLeod, teased earlier this year what was to come from the unlikeliest of couples. Speaking with Express.co.uk and other media, he said, "We like the idea of exploring Yasmeen's psychology after the Jeff story. It'd be easy to just go, right, yes, done. Now let's move on to the next thing with Yasmeen. In reality, it's such a colossal bomb that fell on her emotionally and psychologically that it would have lifelong after effects. We wanted to explore that in a way that didn't feel like retreading old ground." Ian added, "It's a question of whether Yasmeen can trust again. Is her psychology regarding relationships and friendships irrevocably damaged, or can she find a way through that?" The story focuses on burgeoning romance, Yasmeen's lack of self-esteem, and that giving way to the realization that this man genuinely really likes her. Then the big question mark is whether she can get past the damage Jeff did and embrace a happy future. Bill Fellows, who plays Stu, is really characterful and funny. We imagined him as being a bit like what Peter Barlow might be if he was in his mid-60s. So he's a little bit rough and ready, he likes carousing and causing trouble and is generally a bit of a firecracker going off in Yasmeen's front room. That will have its own challenges for Yasmeen, especially as some of his behaviors, which we will know are entirely benign and born of hijinks, will suddenly resemble some of the things Jeff did, he explained. Yasmeen has to try and disentangle to what degree Stu is like Jeff, and it messes with her head quite a lot. It's a really complicated, unique love story. I will remain tight-lipped about exactly how it ends, but I'm looking forward to watching it. Could the end be nay as Stu's mistakes break Yasmeen's heart, or will he be able to win her over for the sake of a happy future?